And now that it's almost done, I'll take a few minutes and go over this room that I built for Mr. Bubbles. It's a 10 by almost 10 room. It's like 10 feet by 9 foot 10 or something. I don't remember the exact dimensions. But it's basically 10 by 10 feet and 7.5 feet high. I put a sliding patio door on the front so I can get in and out easy whenever the door cooperates. They damaged the track in shipping. I haven't got a replacement yet. I put a 300-gallon stock tank in here that I have filtered by a Fluval FX6 pump and filter. It sits in a cabinet behind it, and I ran hard pipe to and from it. And I got him some tree in here. It's an oak tree that I got from a guy that has a sawmill down the road. I just cut the tree up and put the whole thing in here pretty much. So I'll start at the bottom and work my way up. The floor, I can dig down through this. It's not sitting directly on the concrete. I waterproofed the concrete so that no water would like wick up into the flooring, and I put down XPS insulation foam. I think it's 1.5 inch on the floor, and then I put OSB on top of that, and then covered it in FRP. That's the final layer on all the bottom of the walls, so it's all totally waterproofed and holds up to his claws pretty well. So that's for the floor, and then the walls are framed obviously out of 2x4s and then paneled with, or they're insulated and paneled with OSB and then paneled again with cement board. I wanted to make them really thick. I want this to hold up for decades. I don't want it to be here for a few years, so I went overkill with everything. But yeah, the walls are done in 1/2 inch OSB and 1/2 inch cement board, and then they're coated in red guard. I think I put 5 coats on, so it's pretty heavy, and that totally seals and waterproofs the whole room. And then I put the FRP on top of that and painted the top half of the room in Drylok just to cover the red guard and to protect it a little bit. So I get down here on the floor, I put a few inches of mulch and topsoil mix for him, and this is just a hide box here. I didn't put the lid back on it yet. And then this is another hide box for him over here. It's just a mortar tub from Tractor Supply, and I just cut a door in the side of it and flipped it upside down. And then there's the door to get to his filter and his pump back there. And then build him a shelf here. It's all the shelf's built out of expanding foam, and then I covered it in like 1 inch of concrete. It really doesn't look like it, but just in this section right here, there's almost 500 pounds of concrete. It's crazy how much is in there. And that was the time-consuming part. That took me a couple of weeks to do for it to turn out this mediocre. But I built him like a little cave in here. That's where he is right now. He's still not too comfortable in here, so I'm not going to bother him much. He's laying in there. It stays about 85 in there. It's usually about 80 down on the floor. It's between 80 and 82 on the floor, and the water stays about 78 or 79. And then this heater up here, I have it set to I think 85, and it keeps the temperature up at night. It doesn't even need to run during the day, at least not yet. And then I gave him a little air purifier because this room's mostly sealed off. I put in a new window, and then I trimmed the window with PVC, and then I built a wood frame, covered it in hardware cloth, and just put some hinges and latches on it. It keeps him from getting to it. And for lighting, I have 2 4-foot T5 fixtures with 12% bulbs, so his UVI is, I think it's like 3.8 or 4, somewhere between 3.8 and 4 in the very center of the basking platform. Then there's a LED light in the middle and 4 halogens. Those are 50-watt Pangeas, and that gives him pretty much the perfect basking setup. And that alone is enough. Oh, it's almost enough to heat this room. It just needs the heater for at night. So, yeah, and then I put a camera up here so I can watch him, and some recessed lighting in the ceiling just for a little better ambient lighting. But yeah, this took a few weeks and cost a few $1,000s. It's not cheap to keep these guys, but it's worth it to go this big and give them as much room as you can. Give them a ton of room, stuff to climb, swim, place to dig. So he's already, usually the second half of the day, he's running amok in here, tearing the place apart, and it's fun to watch. Plus, it's good for him. Good exercise. Nice to see him be active and moving around. Few other things I want to do. I may put a shelf or like a hide box up here in this corner, and I think it'll be a box instead of a shelf because I don't want him getting to the air purifier or the plug or anything. And then I may put another one up here too because there's just a lot of unused wall space. And then I might do the same thing over here too, right next to the door. And yeah, I know my finished job on the paneling sucks, but I don't really care. And I might put a box up there and just build him a ramp to get up to it, just to give him a few extra places to climb to and hide that are safe, that he can't fall off of or out of. Now he's just got more stuff to do, more places to go, keep things interesting. And then the water, I clean the filter every Saturday, and I do a half water change every 2 or 3 weeks. And that keeps it pretty clean. I mean, it looks cloudy right now, but yeah, I don't know. If you have any thoughts or any suggestions for anything I can do in here to improve it, let me know. Oh yeah, the other idea I had was putting some kind of either sand or gravel in the bottom of this, but I'm worried that the inlet will suck it up. I put a piece of 1/4-inch hardware cloth over it to keep big stuff out of it, and he plugs it at least once a day, usually twice a day, and I have to clean that off. So I'm worried that it'll just suck up sand or small gravel or anything that I put in here. So I might leave it alone. I'm not sure yet. I'm still experimenting with some stuff, tweaking temperatures and adjusting stuff, and everything's going to change a few times with the changing of the season too. So we'll see how things go here. But yeah, this is what I've been working on for the last couple of months, building this out for him. It's been an interesting project because my house is far from square, so everything was a mess, but it's done now, and hopefully it'll hold for him for another 20 plus years. You know, I'll get some videos of him playing around in here as soon as he's comfortable and he's out moving around. He's only been in here for about a week now, so he isn't totally settled in. But yeah, if you have any suggestions or thoughts or questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I have time.